guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about EA. And the reason why I want to talk about EA is because there's rumors that EA was trying to sell itself. Now, let's get into the reasons of the fact that a lot of these companies nowadays, especially media, tech companies, publishers, are starting to sell themselves off or merge together. It's funny how for the past almost 10 years, people have been warning these companies about the practices that they do, the turning fans against each other, the entire, it's not a big deal, or, microtransactions, for video games, creating stupid lists that nobody cares about for certain companies as well. And a lot of them are trying to literally merge with other companies to survive. And it's just kind of like, well, hell, you had ways of getting out of this. You know what I mean? Why would EA be trying to sell themselves, right? I don't know. Maybe it could have been the loot boxes. It could be the mismanagement of games. It could be the overabundant microtransaction, play to win kind of deals. Because remember, 3 years ago, they was in court for gambling, with the loot boxes. The whole pay to win kind of thing. We ain't gonna talk about that, right? We ain't gonna talk about that. Right? Oh, okay, cool. So I always kind of find it funny when we have moments like this where we literally have a company trying to sell themselves off to Apple right now. And what's so funny is I heard that back in the day, Apple was supposed to Steve Jobs was trying to get Apple to buy Disney. I think the deal fell through, but man, what could have been if Disney was brought by Apple? Maybe we probably wouldn't be having all of media entertainment, mostly of media entertainment controlled by Disney, and turned into family-friendly bullshit. Because Apple probably would have made sure, hey, we got other fans as well, and we need to make sure that we cater to not only the female demographic, we also have a male demographic too. So that could have been something really cool. You could have still had the family-friendly stuff for the parks and the animated movies, but a lot of the shows probably would have had to mature a little bit. I'm just saying that would have been something really cool. But it is kind of interesting to kind of see a top company like EA trying to sell itself. Why in the world would it be trying to sell itself? Didn't it have made good projections? Well, I don't know, because I haven't really seen a game released from EA in a while anyway, since the Star Wars Battlefront, was it Battlefront 2 or 3, I believe? And that was even crazier. And then of course, Disney gave some of their IPs over to EA as well to develop games for them. I guess they weren't really making back the money that they thought. And it's just well, duh, of course they weren't going to make the money back that they were supposed to. They literally using loot boxes. They're making half-ass games. And what, you think people are supposed to be yeah, this is great. This is great. I always love being cheated out of a game, a full $60 game for no reason. You know what I'm saying? You make it make sense. But now you got a big publisher company trying to get Apple to buy it. What? What happened here? What happened here, EA? EA, you were supposed to be the bestest ever. Oh, Noza Masters. We's are not gambling and bullshitting the customers. That's just people just talking. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, right. Those loot boxes and microtransactions really, didn't help the fact that, while you probably not, not getting as getting as many people as you possibly could. I'm just saying, maybe that might be, heavens forbids, right? Good heavens. I'm just saying. I'm just kind of saying. I'm just putting it out there. You ain't gotta agree with it, but hey, maybe a lot, and you know, another thing too, some of these tech companies and stuff like that, they did have, what was it? What's that word that I like to say? Capital venture too, where, you know, they put stuff on there for the forum. Oh, I didn't even see you. Sorry. I didn't see the car. But, yeah. But, you know, hey, they were raised up on Capital Venture, and they said, hey, this is what we're doing. Oh, I better get over. They raised them on Capital Venture, so they didn't have to try that much to get people to buy the games. And I'm like, oh. Or, you know, come to their site, click on the stuff, you know, that kind of stuff. It happens, but, you know, maybe that's probably one of the things is, you know, you lead with trying to make customers upset. Longtime fans are just done. You know, like to bait and switch people out with, hey, let's make a game that's targeted for guys, right? Okay, great, cool. A male character is the main character, but, you know, hey, let's make a female character instead, and let's bait and switch. Because, you know, we got to have strong women, and people swear up and down that ain't nothing. Come on now. Know your place. Know your industry and know your place. Most men play video games. Yes, there are a few females. I'm not saying females don't play games. But let's look at it as an 80-20 thing. It's always going to be 80% males. It's always going to be 80% males. Just automatically go into the company. I mean, when you're making a video game, automatically go in there and know it's an 80-20 thing, unless it's a game or a franchise that literally is targeted for females audience. Know that you're going to just need to target, your target audience is automatically going to be male. And for some reason, a lot of these companies like to pretend like they don't know that. And then they think that they can change everything about it. They think they can change everything about the character. You know? They think they can change everything about the IP that they have, and then think that, oh, okay, great, we can still charge full price. The game, barely anything's in there. Barely anything's in there. Then you got to wait for them to update the stuff or put downloadable content that sometimes they'll even charge you for, even though they had years to work on the game. You make it make sense. And then be confused on why they're failing or why they have to sell off, you know, parts of the company or whatever. A lot of them are doing it right now. We're seeing it now. A lot of these, especially a lot of these companies are starting to merge together. You see WB and Discovery are merging. And, you know, of course, you know, people like WB was trying to say, oh, we're doing great or whatever. Less than 5 years, bro. You've been brought by AT&T, and then AT&T said, fuck nah, and now you've been brought by Discovery. You got brought by Discovery. Warner Brothers, do you not hear that? But you were doing so well. No, obviously you wasn't. Obviously your company wasn't doing so well because you guys make dumb decisions on some political nonsense and trying to one-up fans or one-up the man babies or one-up whoever. I don't know. Some of y'all do this shit just to make other people in the company jealous or something like that. Like y'all pettier than high school girls. You know what I'm saying? And for what reason? So your company can lose money? You think that's cute to lose money? Oh man, did you know we lost $5 billion? We lost $5 million behind this movie. Oh well, we lost $3 million behind this video game. Well, we lost the annual of $100 million from this video game, or we lost this. You know what I'm saying? Like from this and that. Like y'all losing money. Or for instance, CW, we're not making money at all. But hopefully we can continue to renew shows and then sell ourselves to a company. Hopefully a company will actually want to buy us and you know, realize that we're profitable, even though we haven't been profitable in the past 6 years. What? You guys are hemorrhaging money. Like a lot of these companies are hemorrhaging money, and then it's just kind of like, well, you kind of brought it on yourself, though, to be honest. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You know? Stupid is what stupid does. Again, I mean, hey, at this point, we just gonna use this. We're gonna use this until somebody understand the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over again, expecting different results. Come on now. Y'all keep expecting things to be changed when y'all keep doing the same formula that failed the first time. It's just like that to start with the whole Ghostbuster thing. You guys thought that you can replace all the classic Ghostbuster people with brand new female characters, and it's a reboot. It didn't work. Yet you continue to constantly do more of that. The Force is female with Star Wars. Okay. We need to do an all-female cast of this movie that's been done before. And stuff like that. And if you don't like it, you're a sexist, misogynist, blase, blase. We need to do video games where, you know, the women look like almost like men and stuff like that. And then put them in settings where historically it wouldn't make sense for the woman to be there. Or do a bait and switch. And then make sure that we don't half-ass finish anything. And make sure that the customers pay for the rest of it. Or we're going to have a game in production for almost 10 to 15 years, and then shit ain't finished, and then we're going to give up on it, and then wonder why it didn't make back the budget that we thought it was going to make back. Or we're gonna incentivize looting into games that don't require looting, but you know, hey, we need to make back that budget, right? I mean, I'm not just talking about EA. I'm talking about companies in general. And a lot of these choices that I'm saying right now has led to a lot of these companies not being as profitable as they should or could be. There's only so much your customers, like y'all keep thinking like, oh, okay, it ain't a big deal. Okay, but people done showed you it is a big deal though. It is a big deal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a big deal. And people showed you that a lot of these changes, a lot of these shady practices has cost you money to where a lot of you companies have to either merge together to survive, hopefully somebody will buy you out, or I don't know. Because a lot of y'all y'all don't want to course correct. And then of course you don't want to take responsibility. It's never the executive's fault who demands certain things. It's never the CEO fault who demands certain things. It's always maybe the developers sometimes and the fans. It's always the fans' fault. Well, they shouldn't expect this and that and all that blah, 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 blah stuff. I ain't never heard nothing so stupid before in my life before. Like, you're blaming people who have no say, no control in anything. Because as you guys say, fans don't matter, customers don't matter. We don't sell to customers, some of y'all say. We sell to stores. Okay. And then be looking like boo-boo the fool when shit when shit hits the fan. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm not ranting or anything. I don't think I'm ranting. I hope I'm not ranting, because I'm just trying to like get people to understand, like, it's just kind of funny when you think about it. In hindsight, it is funny at the end of the day how a lot of this works. And it shouldn't, but it does. You know? So you take your lumps while you got it, but hey, EA, maybe if you didn't do the loot boxing, the gambling, the half-ass finished product, the talking bad about your fans, telling them it doesn't really matter, we don't care, if you don't like it then don't buy it, you know what I'm saying? Because there are people in your company that have said that, and a lot of people take that to heart. I don't understand how you didn't think that. So you just got to be careful with what you say and what you do, and actually maybe, I don't know, learn from it. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes learn from the mistakes. Y'all, it's okay. First off, you're human. You can make mistakes, but y'all keep making the same mistake and expect different outcomes And then when somebody trying to tell you, you don't want to listen to that. Oh, it's just fanboys and men who live in basements. They don't know what they're talking about. You mean people who've been buying your video games for years? If it wasn't for these so-called man babies or men in basements or whatever you like to say, or trolls, your company or video games wouldn't have been sold. Think about that next time you try to insult your fan base. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. And start taking some responsibility. That's what you got to do. Start taking some responsibility for yourself. That's how I feel about the situation, but it is what it is. I just kind of find it interesting that EA is trying to sell itself to Apple, because it definitely can't sell itself to Disney, because Disney ain't got the money. People like to think Disney got the money, but Disney ain't got the money. Disney still got to pay off a whole bunch of Fox. $71 billion, man. Not to mention they still haven't been able to pay off Star Wars yet neither. Oh man, you gotta love the irony there, right? Maybe if you wasn't so overzealous, Disney, maybe you could have brought EA, even though you destroyed your own Disney Interactive Gamings and gave a lot of your stuff to EA instead of keeping it in house because you're too lazy. It's the same thing with this 2D stuff. You had 2D animation, but you decided to be like, oh, fuck that, we can do 3D. And now you like, damn, we don't have nobody that can hardly do 2D, so we have to outsource it or find people who can do 2D. Funny how that works, right? Funny how that works, Disney. I'm just being honest. But yeah, EA looking to sell. Who's going to be able to buy it? Who you think should buy it? I don't know. Hell, I even heard that they're talking about Universal might buy it. That might be something. Then they can rub that into Disney's face and be like, we got your IPs, we got your IPs, we got your IPs for video games. Oh, God, the irony would be delicious. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.